Today we are here with Dr. Joe Kidder, Professor of Christian Ministry of the Andrews University Theological Seminary in Berrien Springs, Michigan.
Thank you very much for inviting me to talk about my class. I'm really very excited about this class, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. The name of the class is Foundation of Biblical Spirituality. The essence of the class is to help all of us to grow closer in our walk with Jesus Christ. I would like to start talking about the class by mentioning this verse from Mark chapter 3, verses 13 to 15. Jesus went up on the mountainside and called to him those he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed the 12 that they might be with him and that he might send them out to preach and to have authority to drive out demons. In this text, Jesus really sums up the Christian life. He said he wants us to be with him, and after we are with him, he will send us out to preach, to heal, to cast out demons, and to do all of that with the authority of the Holy Spirit. Well, the emphasis of this class is on the first part, which is being with Jesus. Everything we do in this class is really about learning how to get close to Jesus, how to enjoy his presence, how to have him be part of everything we do in our lives. The class consists of the following components. One of them is we're going to be meeting every day, and part of what we will do will be, the first thing, some lectures, and then some smaller groups to discuss the essence of these lectures, and then there will be some personal reflection on what we can incorporate from the knowledge we have learned into everyday life. That's number one item. Number two, there will be some readings. Two of my favorite books that I assign are Desire of Ages and Steps to Christ. And I personally read them every year along with all of my students. I enjoy them very much, and I have been blessed by them. There will be some other books also. The third thing that we will be doing will be the retreat. We will be taking one day and go out in nature and spend the entire day with Jesus. There will be no guest speaker because he will be our guest speaker. During that day, we will be reflecting on God's presence in our past, God's presence in our presence today, and God's vision for our future. Also, there will be some prayer and promise walk, and some reflections, and some smaller groups. Everyone who goes to that retreat tells me they have changed their lives. In fact, just last year, I had the class, and I had about 25 students in it. One of them had been a pastor who, he told me was a pastor for 14 years, but he said that day after the retreat was the first day he really got to know Jesus Christ. He said he knew about theology before that, he knew about apologetic, but that day he got to know Jesus. I am so excited when people give me testimonies like this. In fact, about the testimonies, many students tell me before they take the class, well, I already know all of that stuff. Why do I have to take a class that will teach me how to pray, how to worship, how to read the Bible? But then after they take the class, they tell me that that was one of the best classes they have taken. It is the class that helped them to grow in their spirituality, in their appreciation for God and his work and his activities in their lives. One of the things that we also do in this class is we would like to chart our lives and see where God was at this point in our lives and how we could see him along the spectrum of our continuum for the future. There will be nothing to do in advance of the class, no pre-work. All of the things that you are going to be doing will be all after the class. We have been doing this class for several years, and in my estimation, it's really one of the most meaningful, enriching experiences you will ever have. I'm looking forward to having you in the class.